Welcome to the Conversation English Beginners channel. In this video, we will explore the story of the fall of the Roman Empire. This story is told in simple English. It's help you learn while discovering an important part of history. Enjoy the story and practice your English. Are you ready? Let's start. A long time ago, there was a very big and powerful empire. This empire was called the Roman Empire. It was very strong and important, and it was one of the biggest empires ever in the world. The Romans who lived in this empire were very proud of their country. They had many soldiers who worked hard to protect the empire. They built many things like roads, big cities, and strong bridges. The Romans also built great and beautiful buildings, such as temples, theaters, and big arenas where people could watch exciting shows. The people who lived in the empire loved their emperor very much. They believed that Rome was a very great city, and they were proud to be part of the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was very rich. The Romans had a great army that helped protect the empire and keep it safe. The Romans also built strong walls and big fortresses to keep their cities safe from enemies. The Romans traded with other countries so they could get important things like food, cloth, and jewelry. They had many strong roads that stretched across the whole empire. This made it easy for people to travel and trade with each other. The people of Rome loved their empire. They were very proud of their city, Rome, and all its beautiful buildings. There was a huge arena called the Colosseum where people went to watch exciting fights between gladiators. Gladiators were brave fighters who fought for their lives in front of many people. They fought each other in the Colosseum to entertain the people. The Roman Empire was famous for being strong and for the beauty of its buildings and its powerful army. However, after many years, the Roman Empire started to have many problems. There were many reasons for these problems. First of all, the Roman Empire was very, very big. The Romans controlled many lands and areas far away from their main city, Rome. It was difficult for the emperor to rule over all these places at once. The Roman Empire was getting too large to manage. The emperor couldn't control everything in the empire. The Romans needed more soldiers, more money, and more people to help protect and defend the empire. The Roman army began to get weaker. The soldiers had fought for many years, and they were tired. They didn't have enough money to buy new weapons or to pay the soldiers. Many soldiers didn't even come from Rome. They came from other countries, and some of them didn't care about Rome. They only wanted to make money. Because of this, the Roman army was not as strong as before. As the army got weaker, other people from outside the Roman Empire saw the chance to attack. In the north of the empire, there were many tribes of people called the Germanic tribes. These tribes were strong and wanted to take over the land of the Romans. They attacked the Roman Empire many times, and the Romans couldn't stop them. The Roman army was too weak to protect the empire from the Germanic tribes. In the east of the empire, there were other enemies. One of these enemies was the Persians. The Persians were a very strong group of people who wanted to take control of the Roman lands in the east. The Romans had many battles with the Persians, and sometimes the Romans lost. The Roman Empire was fighting on two sides, one side against the Germanic tribes in the north and the other side against the Persians in the east. This made it very hard for the Romans to keep their empire safe. But the problems didn't stop there. Inside the Roman Empire, the people were unhappy. The Roman government was very corrupt. Many people in charge took too much money from the people and spent it on themselves. There were many poor people in the cities, and they didn't have jobs, money, or food. These people were very unhappy and angry. They wanted changes in the government, but they didn't know how to fix everything. The emperor was supposed to be the leader of the Roman Empire, but sometimes the emperor made bad decisions. Some emperors were smart and kind, but other emperors were very cruel and weak. In the early years of the Roman Empire, the emperors were strong and made good decisions, but over time, many emperors were not able to lead the empire well. Some of them didn't know how to fight battles, and some of them treated the people badly. By the year 395 AD, the Roman Empire split into two parts. One part was called the Western Roman Empire, and the other part was called the Eastern Roman Empire. The Western Roman Empire had its capital in Rome, and the Eastern Roman Empire had its capital in Constantinople. The emperor in the East was smarter and stronger than the emperor in the West. The Eastern Roman Empire, also known as the Byzantine Empire, lasted for many more years, but the Western Roman Empire became weaker and weaker. As time passed, the Western Roman Empire had even more problems. The Germanic tribes, like the Visigoths and the Vandals, kept attacking the empire. The Romans tried to stop them, but they were losing many battles. The people in the Western Roman Empire were not united. They fought among themselves, and they couldn't agree on who should be the emperor. The soldiers didn't have enough weapons, and the leaders didn't know how to protect the empire from the invaders. In 476 AD, the Western Roman Empire came to an end. The last emperor of the Western Roman Empire was a young boy named Romulus Augustulus. He was too weak to protect the empire, and the people didn't listen to him. One day, a leader of the Germanic tribes named Odoacer came to Rome. Odoacer had a big army, and he told Romulus Augustulus, "You are no longer the emperor. I am the new king of Italy." Romulus Augustulus had no choice but to leave Rome. Odoacer took control of the city and became the new king. This was the end of the Western Roman Empire. The Roman Empire in the West was no longer strong, and it had fallen. But the story of Rome didn't end there. The Eastern Roman Empire, also known as the Byzantine Empire, continued for many more years. The Byzantine Empire was strong and rich. It had many beautiful buildings, like the famous Hagia Sophia, and it had great leaders, like Emperor Justinian. Emperor Justinian worked hard to protect the empire and rebuild the city of Constantinople. Under his rule, the Byzantine Empire grew even stronger. However, even the Byzantine Empire couldn't last forever. In the 1400s, the Ottoman Turks, a strong group of people, attacked the Byzantine Empire. They wanted to take control of the land, and in 1453 AD, they attacked the city of Constantinople. After a long and difficult fight, the Ottoman Turks conquered the city, and the Byzantine Empire fell. The Ottomans took control of the city, and the Byzantine Empire was no longer there. The Roman Empire, which had lasted for many centuries, was finally gone. But the Romans left behind a great legacy. They built amazing buildings like the Colosseum, and they created a legal system that many countries still use today. The Romans also gave the world many ideas about government, art, and science. Even though the empire fell, the ideas and inventions of the Romans are still with us today. The fall of the Roman Empire is one of the most important events in history. It shows us that even the greatest empires can fall. It teaches us that empires must take care of their people and make good decisions. The Romans built a great empire, but in the end, they could not protect it. Still, their legacy lives on, and we can see their influence in the world today. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed learning about the fall of the Roman Empire. Keep practicing your English, and don't forget to subscribe for more easy lessons. See you next time. Goodbye.